Previously on the red lipstick murder. Ooh.
And the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Stand up, Phelps. Take a
Burglary.
cheer. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny.
Okay, blood, footprints.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the
Okay.
autopsy.
Oh.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed, a ring most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll
After
confirm with
midnight.
you later.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Celine Henry. Write that down.
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him.
Celine?
You going to pay for that?
Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
And now, back to the case. Henry residence, 12:15 p.m. The next day, it should also say, because it takes so long to freaking do this. Because of street crimes. Maybe I shouldn't do them.
I'll try the back door. Wait here.
Come on. Yes. Break-in, then another break-in, but legal this time.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Not jimmied and creeped. That's the worst thing. Oh, yeah, newspaper. A family burned to death. Cops say house fire deaths are suspicious.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before. I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal with
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
I guess the good doctor isn't really that good at his job. Okay. Some cards, a lot of stuff. Oh, a shoe.
Size 9s.
above average for a lady.
Mm.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
It's $30 suit, man. Come on. Get over it. This is a $10 suit that I'm wearing, most likely. Anyway, if you
Celine and
sober
Jacob
up.
are
Oh,
obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on.
if you sober up, you can find me at apartment 2, 1050 Huntley Drive, Tell, Michigan, 22221, Jacob.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Oh, so you can drink, but your exes can't? That's a little, freaking, you know, hypocritical, right?
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
We still have music, so... My God.
Circumstantial.
A hairdryer. Ancient. At least 10,000 years old.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring. A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
Oh. Now we can talk to the neighbors. Oh man, isn't that convenient?
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer
Horgan.
Horgan.
Oh, write that down.
I've known Celine for more than
Jennifer
10 years. Our children grew up
Horgan.
together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you
Oh,
understand,
of course, yeah.
but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row.
Long suffering,
I think
okay.
Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come
Black
back?
eye.
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up.
Oh.
What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid
She's
Mrs.
been-
Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered!
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Very composed. Friggin' walked all that way and then started crying. Okay. Well, might as
Let's
well
see
go
what
to
Jacob
the
has to
husband.
say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in. We'll keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Of course. Excuse me. Excuse me. We'll just take the scenic route. Fine. He's illegal. Good. Jacob Henry's apartment.
Okay, fellas, we go in
12:30
hard.
p.m.
Follow my lead. You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD.
Who's
You're under
asking? Who's
arrest for the murder of
asking?
your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What
That's
the
a
hell are you
dog?
talking about? You
that
come
their
in here, you
dog
tell
as
me
well?
that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Did people back then just have pictures of dogs on their wall? What the hell?
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if...
Alcoholism illness for, you know, his wife. How to deal with his wife.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try the gas chamber.
Oh, that's a good threat. Okay. Freaking I remember this. Freaking Clementine taught me about this with her leaf impressions from Telltale's Walking Dead Season 1.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Okay. You got some shoes?
Size 11s.
Doesn't match. Freaking. What the hell is this? Is this another dog? Can't. Oh, like a chicken or something? I honestly can't tell. Freaking weird art people have. Okay. Let's talk. Motive.
So who
Movements.
could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
Coming on strong immediately.
Bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's a lie. That's a lie.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
Well, I mean, freaking husband's alibi. Telephoning Jacob repeatedly the night of the murder.
We know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
Was that just a little, like, mistake in the writing? Because freaking the club owner called him, unless the club owner said freaking to the bartender to call him.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night, I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I
A
left.
little.
That's a lie, and you know it. You tailed her, watched her come out of a bar, and then beat her to death. Admit it, Henry.
Okay, well,
Why would I do that, Detective?
hmm.
You're off the hook. For now.
See, now I don't know about his face because you can't trust that. Let's see. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left. Huh. Huh. Just, for the sake, I'm going to try. I mean, his face was kind of straight. It wasn't a lie. Hmm. I'll do bad cop, I think.
And how are we meant to believe
It
that,
was
Jacob?
truth.
It isn't looking good for you.
That nosy bitch from next door, Janie Horgan. She'll tell you I left. And what time.
Yeah, I just, I wasn't sure.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Okay, well, that's a definite lie.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
Well, freaking death threat note.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Oh.
This doesn't look good for you, Jacob.
Okay.
I forgot how to fight again. Come on, come on, come on, come on! You can't do it.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal.
Oh, that's
Death was from hemorrhage and
good.
shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac.
Oh,
Registered
wow.
owner is one Alonso Mendez
36.
of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Okay.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
All right. I mean, we should go to Mendez's place, correct? Get him, he's a possible suspect, and then we can do a...
Alonso Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
His brother said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, wouldn't be in this situation now.
Okay.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
A firm backhand if they speak up. Like that. Mendez's apartment, 12:52 p.m. Apartment 16.
Mendez, apartment 16.
What floor? The 4th floor, of course.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess this is 4.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Newspaper, record player, some forks, okay. Some eggs, yes, it's all coming together now.
Be connected.
What's this? Oh, Kavanaugh's bar.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Are you sure? He's in bed with frickin' Adrian Black. Probably, maybe. Or Frank, who's it? A gun.
Nothing significant. A shoe. Shoe's important.
We ought to get these to Ray. Size 8s could help place Mendez at the scene.
And then, also bloody socket wrench and lipstick.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
This is pretty damning, I'll be honest.
consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
I say this is open and shut.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break.
That's
Captain
kinda
will begin to
true.
like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Oh,
Do
there he
not
goes.
lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there!
Yeah.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Oh.
Get in and drive. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
I would if I could.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
I would if I could.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Friggin' slow down. Oh, so erratically.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Show me your hands!
Oh my God.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
And just like that, didn't even have to interview Jacob.
You did a grand job, lads.
Oh, thank you.
That's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Oh, okay. No drink for me. Of course, I did all the work. You know, I don't get a 3 fingers of rye. Oh God! Oh! This is 4 stars, if any. Oh, it's because I destroyed that car, that one car at the very beginning. My streak, 5 stars, and now my first case, freaking 4 stars. First case on the homicide desk. You know, you freaking some jitters. You know, it's the first case. I'm a little, sweating. A lot of responsibility. The suspect is in the bag, even if you did leave Jacob sweating in central lockup. Well, I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, you beautiful bastards, and I will see you in the next case, which will most likely possibly be another murder, since that's what homicide means. Anyway, bye-bye.
I need something to soothe this pain, to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm